What up, y'all? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. We're back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. We're going to be tapping in with Don't Call Me White Girl. Now, she has her own podcast. If you don't know, she is now a part of the Joe Budden podcast. But she still has her own podcast, Don't Call Me White Girl. Her name's Mona. And we're going to tap in on this segment where she was talking about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. And she was talking about how the rest of the world, while Barb's and Nicki Minaj act as though everybody knows what she's talking about when she's doing these exposés or these rants or whatever. But Don't Call Me White Girl is letting people know that the general public really don't know what Nicki is talking about. And she won't sit down and explain why she goes off on Jay-Z or why she goes off on Desiree around there. She just had all these cryptic messages and stuff like that. But she's never really sat down and explained the situation. And she won't take them to court. So people are sitting back saying, if somebody owes you $100 million, why aren't you taking them to court? And she won't explain why. So Don't Call Me White Girl is explaining to people why everyone looks at Nicki Minaj crazy or may say, oh, she's crazy or she's, bugging out or whatever. Because they don't understand the situation and she won't explain it to anybody. So, very interesting take on it. Listen to Don't Call Me White Girl. See what she has to say about Nicki Minaj and to another extent, Cardi B.
The internet and you are exposing somebody. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. When you're on the internet and you're exposing, Nicki Minaj been on this rants where she's like exposing this and exposing that. If nobody knows what you're talking about, you always gonna look crazy. And the thing about it is, Nicki is not taking the time to explain it to anybody. So I don't know if you barbs know what the fuck going on, but the rest of the masses, we don't know what's going on. So she just look like she going through something. As a black woman, as a mom, as a creator myself, I wish it was somebody that could say, hey, give me that phone. Let me make sure Nicki okay. Even if somebody came and said, look, her sister come out. Well, she doesn't have a sister, but her mother came out and said, look, my daughter is fine. I don't know what y'all thinking. She's exposing everybody. But, somebody corroborate this. Even her husband in the background of the video. But the fact that she just on the phone, it gives vibes that she in that basement by herself, just online, and nobody can tell her nothing as far as stop tweeting that or posting that.
Yeah.
When she put up that pit stitch with her and Kenneth Petty and Beyonce and Jay-Z and said, everybody knows that Jay and Hove has been copying off me and my husband are poses.
She ain't say that. See, there's certain shit I know my algorithm will go and block from me, and that probably was one of them. Because come on now.
That baby said that Jay-Z and Beyonce are copying off of her and Kenneth Petty. Poses. The craziest thing about that is me and Phelps was hitting them poses long before any of y'all. And we cool with y'all taking our stuff.
Seeing somebody copying a pose, like, come on, man. Like,
it's insanity. So it's like, I don't know. Y'all barbers get mad at me a lot, but go get your mom, man. Go get your mommy. I know it's far-fetched, but you stand outside of a hotel and she gonna be at for 46 days. Go stand out there mansion and say, Mommy, are you okay? Look at her eyeball, see doing like this, doing like this, doing like this. One pill will calm you down. One pill. It's right now trying to wipe his ass with his cat that missed a dose of that medicine that keep him from doing like that. Everybody go through things.
What time she be tweeting this stuff?
All day, all night, that don't sleep.
That's why I said if she got too much energy in the wee hours of the morning,
and she is obsessed with the whole Rock Nation thing. So she's arguing with Cardi and she's saying, and this went on so long, and I'm so behind the topic. Sorry, cousins. I'm working on that. I got you. I think that might be alleviated in November. But she keep Rock Nation, because that's what she's exposing. Rock Nation, this person, a rat, and the CEO, blah, blah. Cardi's like, why the fuck you keep bringing Rock Nation in this? I'm not signing Rock Nation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. One thing I will say, too, what I've noticed that because this internet thing's been going so long, we watching each other on the internet. I have noticed a couple different people online kind of lose their minds in a religious way, and it's always similar. When people start calling themselves a prophet, when people start calling themselves a prophetess, when people start saying things about God or Jesus or who they believe in, the God of their understanding, but they start talking about in a way of like they have some control.
You alluding to that C word?
Say what, babe?
You alluding to the C word?
What? No. That goes on in that, but listen to what I'm saying though. What the fuck did I just ask you? What did I just say? Nobody's gonna know because nobody cares about what I say. But y'all.
You were saying Nicki and talking about Rock Nation and then not having to do nothing with Cardi B.
Nope.
You were talking about when people start
The religious psychosis, right. So you'll have people calling themselves a prophet or a prophetess, and you will have people using the God, their understanding, God, Jesus, whatever, but in a way of like they control it. So this is an example. I'll say something like, oh, that's why Jesus is going to come for you. You mess with me? Oh, Jesus is going to come because he don't play about me. When people have it almost like it's an ownership or like this God is representing them or protecting them, that's always a sign of religious circle that is sliding into that way, you know? I'm going to say this. Nicki surprised me a lot online with certain things where it gave me an eye of how she thinks as like a person, as a woman. Like certain things, like I remember when COVID was a thing and they were telling everybody to get vaccinated, and she just told this story about how God got vaccinated and they couldn't have a baby or they couldn't. It was just a made up story. And she shared it just as easy, you know what I mean? And it was totally false. It was a fucking lie. And somebody with a platform that big, that's huge to do something like that, right? But it was a lot of conspiracy circling around that. I always put my mind in the type of person she was then. So some of this stuff it's not that awkward to me, but for the most part, I feel concerned for her. That's the first thing. Like, what the I feel like she ain't even arguing good because she throwing off all that crazy. She could cuss her out better than that, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I want Cardi to let it go. Like you fight. It's almost like you arguing with somebody that's not even listening to your responses, right? She calling your kids ugly. Your kids are beautiful. It's a waste of time. You know, it is what it is. If you know they're jealous of you, why are you responding to them? If you know mad because you winning, every time they come, you should know I must be killing it because they hate when I win. Like that's where we at. Y'all exchange your words that you gonna lose a deal for. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. It's really not. You argue with the same. Literally, you ran down the try to rumble. She ain't want to rumble you.
Exactly.
You have showed the street where you at with
Facts, yeah.
She appears to be all way around the board. Like, it's cool to send Ra Ali and all that, but Cardi little. So it's like, y'all could have met up in Rumble by now, especially with the blood affiliation.
Yeah.
The husband blood, Cardi blood. Like, let's get this shit over with.
Yeah.
How long this gonna take? Like, it's stupid. She's never gonna rumble. You mind you, I just said a week ago, I think on somebody podcast, JBP, I said, yo, they should rumble. And they was like, what? That's great. No, they should rumble. This shit has went for you talking about each other kids, y'all want to fight each other. Yeah. And one thing I say for sure, the topic that Cardi brought up was saying, alluding that Nicki's son can't speak or he has some type of issue. That's something that was never really discussed until then. Now it's a discussion. What I'll say is you haven't ever really seen Nicki's son talk, but we also don't know Nicki's son's name. So she's kept us out to the point where you're going to have to wonder, and we should. Whether Papa Bear can talk or not, he's set. He's in a better position than a lot of y'all. Let's just let it go. Who cares? Right? I hate it when y'all did it to Krishan's son. It's stupid. You can't, what's the word? Diagnose anybody anyway. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all always off. Y'all think Krishan's son got fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't believe that for a second. Robert Morris, a former Trump advisor, pled guilty